Greetings.
Hi, how are you?
I'm listening.
Great to meet you.
I've been expecting you.
For the good
You've
of
come
all.
get the voodoo.
Hey there.
And you are?
Light be with you.
Great to
You come to consult the spirits?
Welcome to Orgrimmar. Have you come to serve the Horde?
Sail here, me buy and trade. What?
Sail here, me buy and trade. What?
Hello and welcome to Ctrl Alt WoW, the podcast for those of us who love World of Warcraft and playing many video games and making many alts. Today is Sunday, July 10th, 2022, and this is episode 754 entitled One Billboard Outside Square Enix, California. I'm Aprillian, your host, and with me is my co-host, Grand Negus. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? Not good. Grand Negus, Constrax, because Grand Negus isn't going to be here today. Constrax, how are you doing?
I'm feeling fantastic. I've had the good luck and privilege of getting a good night's sleep, and I didn't treat my my game like it's a job, and I went to Greek Fest this week. So a little bit of a side stuff. Not game related, but I'm feeling fantastic. How about yourself?
I am doing very well. I've had a really good week. I've been taking really long walks every morning with Mija. And she's just been the best dog ever. It's funny because we will walk past other dogs and they'll start barking at her. And she's like, Mommy, what's wrong with those things? Why are they
little puppies?
Yeah, what's wrong? And she's just the best. And I been cooking some really good food and just feeling really good. It's been a nice week.
I've been, I went down to the Greek Fest this week, and usually they have a drive-through where they bring out your food to the truck.
Okay. Great.
This year there's no drive-through. There's just blue fencing all around. So I'm like, this is different. So I'll find some parking. Well, there's no parking anywhere because it's Greek Fest. They're occupied everything for 10-block radius. So I'm like, well, I'll just park in the resident parking and hope I don't get a ticket.
Right.
So I finally get up to the little counter where the little lady is to ask for my online order. And she's like, oh, we're out of pork. Would you like to wait or would you like some chicken? And everyone knows in the valley right now there's the avian flu. So nobody's buying chicken. Nobody's buying turkey.
Oh, wow.
They're calling a whole bunch of birds because they're afraid of the avian flu. So I'm like, well, I'll wait because we ordered some pork, and the first thing my wife's going to ask me is, did you check the order? Then she's going to check the order. Then she's going to say, didn't give me no pork. You have to go back. So I would just rather wait for the pork and have to come back here in a half hour. So I got my pork 35 minutes later. It was a long wait, but it was worth the wait. My wife and I had fantastic dinners with lots of foods I can't pronounce. We had spinacopitas. We had the little donuts, the Greek donuts dipped in honey. Oh, my goodness. It was so good.
Oh, wow. That sounds
and we have
delicious.
leftovers. So tonight there's another feast. And next weekend is Greek Fest again. So we're going to eat lots and just really enjoy. People are so friendly. They do the dances. They have all the costumes, the Greek costumes, and they dance in the circle and under the tent. It's just a fantastic event here. We cover it on TV during the news segment. It's a big, big thing. It's at a Greek Orthodox church that used to have a bigger lot because like part of the lot was grass. but they built a structure on part of the grass now, so it's just restricted to where the parking used to be. So they close off the parking, and everybody just brings food and whatnot, and it's just like a great event. And you could see mothers and daughters selling stuff together, and it was just like, I don't know, there's like 50 cooks. It's
nice.
A big event.
So, Constructs, what's going on in gaming this week?
Well, currently, if you want to get some time walking badges, you can do the time walking Stipendiary Dungeons, which will end on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have a strange event. Like, I guess it's a micro holiday. It's called the Luminous Luminaries.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, it's like those lamps from...
On the water? On the water?
I don't know if they're on the water, but are they pets or something? But they're like the lamps from Disney cartoons or something, I'm thinking. Luminaries?
Maybe.
Yeah. It says, GG Engineering has discovered luminescent creatures in the depths of Vashir. They need your help to research the creatures before they disappear into the deep sea once again. So it's in Vashir.
I guess I'll have to check it out on that day.
Yeah.
We also have the PvP Brawl Gravity Laps, which will end on Tuesday.
Oh, neat.
Starting Tuesday morning, we'll have Torghast the Beast of Prodigium. Whatever beasts are in Torghast, I guess that is a special event for that. I don't understand how it works, but I don't do Torghast that much. You also have your Arena Skirmish bonus event that's starting, so there'll be bonus honor and usually conquest for doing skirmish. You also have PvP Brawl Comp Stomp beginning on Tuesday, so that's what's going on in WoW this week.
And we have something that Grand Negus left us, and which is the title of the show as well. And I guess there was a incident for 4 in real life billboards in Texas and California. One of the California ones a few miles from Square Enix headquarters. Discord referred to on Billboard has not safe for work ERP content. Determined items shown on the character's display and mods used for... data mined items shown on the character display and mods used for posing. Mod use might suffer the final fatal blow after this stunt. I'm sure Grand Negus is going to explain all this to us next week.
Well,
do you understand?
It's illegal to have mods in Final Fantasy. So if you're using mods and you're advertising for them, you get a ban or whatnot.
Oh, okay.
So those mods might just have a fatal error tied to them, or you get your account permabanned or whatnot. So I would just stay away from ERP if you're into Final Fantasy at this point.
Right.
Just don't get yourself banned for somebody says, "Oh, try this. It doesn't cost anything and it's free on this website." Well, there's free and then there's sounds too good to be true. So sometimes it is.
Right. All right. Well, let's get going with our week.
Awesome.
I've had a fantastic weekend. WoW. It's very comforting. Those battlegrounds where you're not necessarily putting out more damage, but you feel like you're contributing more by pushing all the buttons all at once. Bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Constructs, how's your weekend WoW been?
My week of WoW is good, minus 3 days. Like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I didn't log in. I didn't even do my transmutes on the auction house. I was struggling with a little bit of anxiety and depression. It happens.
Yes, it does.
Since 95, I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So I have to manage my activities to not sink into the deep black hole. The doctor prescribed me some happy pills. Those help. Basically, it wasn't like raining fire on my little corner of the world. It's not like I have a job playing WoW. There was no overlord whipping for me to sit at the computer and make gold, So I took 3 days off, and that was fine. And I felt good about myself. And when I came back on Saturday, I felt fantastic. I didn't do much Dark Moon Fair, but it's okay. I did other things. I did pet battles and stuff. So I was feeling pretty good about myself. I sold a vial of the sands the other day on a server that I usually don't have any sales on anymore, but I felt pretty good. And I sold a huge ogre cache this morning. So people still buy the stuff from the garrison. They still need it.
Oh,
I guess when you level a character through Draenor, you still want to get your garrison going as quickly as possible. And huge ogre cache will give you 1,000 resources. So that was good. Yeah. I got a job from my GM on BlackRock. He asked me if I could get him some marrow root. So I did fly around Maldraxxus last night, and we had another a guy on the Sky Golem and myself going around the same area. And sometimes we'd be in sync, and we'd pick off the herbs just at the same time as they were spawning. And sometimes we'd be out of sync, and there'd be nothing for half a spin of the area. He had a better route than I did, so I didn't follow him very closely all the time. We didn't group up or anything, but it was pleasant. And I had a alt in Vashir picking up a Jar of Ale because I need 1,000 of those. So my GM wants 1,000 marrow root, which I have 424, I think, so far. So it's not too bad. And last night at 1:30, I was starting to hit the wall as far as tiredness went. So I just took my meds and went to bed. But other than that, the auction house is going a little bit slower, but it's still going. So I'm still putting on effort to be nice and civil to people on the auction house. And I yell and trade, want to sell a vial of sand, and then I try to list my price a little bit cheaper than what's up there. I find that what Grandig said the last week about the goods being region-wide is going to lower the prices. That's already happening, sort of, because some stuff you can't list for very high price if you want to sell it. The price is already starting to come down, so people want to get their goods sold before it's all one big market board across the region. So I'm doing what I can to try to turn a profit in that department. I have lots of cookies, the pet treats, polished pet charms, so I can buy some pets. But I don't know when the pets are going to be more valuable. Is it going to be next expansion? Is it going to be this expansion? Is there going to be like a new form of currency in a new expansion? I don't really quite know yet. So I really want to put my best foot forward and still have some of those in case a new pet comes along that you just have to have. Hi, Green Dragon. Hi, PVD. We have a couple people in the chat room. That's great to have some people watching what we have to say. I have a lot of volatile life. I have like 9,000 volatile life on one server, so I need more alchemists, of course. So I'm probably going to level 2 more alchemists in the near future. I didn't do a lot of Mr. Pandaria time walking because I didn't have time this week. I just I put it off a bit. Speaking of Miss Pandaria, we forgot to do the what's going on this week in WoW.
Oh, we sure did.
Oh,
All right, why don't we? You want to pause and go back and do that? What happened? We don't.
sure.
Grind, I guess. All right.
I
Or do you want? You can
And I
finish
guess-
your segment and then we can do that. How about that?
yeah,
Yeah, let's
I will
go
do
with
that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to do some group content because I would really like to do some dungeons, either classic dungeons or Battle for Azeroth dungeons to level my my goblin warrior, because I want my goblin warrior to do some blacksmithing stuff in the new expansion, and the only way you can do that is to level up at some point.
Right.
Because the trainers aren't in Orgrimmar, the trainers are in Oribos or whatnot.
Oh, okay.
So you have to travel those places to, and there's no mage portal to go to Oribos, so you have to go there at some if you want the stuff.
Now, have
The
you
recipes.
already ordered the next expansion, or are you waiting?
I'm thinking of buying Overwatch 2. It's only $54.
Right.
It's only $54, right?
Right.
And I already have a whole bunch of stuff from Overwatch 1. It all transfers over to Overwatch 2. So it's like, why not? What's holding me back, right? So I'm closely guarding my my stack of coins. Oh, and that's the thing. I was playing around my computer this morning, and Overwolf came back on, so I was able to download a whole bunch of Curse Forge apps. So and update my applications because they weren't updating for a while. Not sure why. We had a big outage 3 days ago of provider of
Your internet?
cell phone and internet in Canada. Yeah, they downloaded some software, and across the province, none of the phones worked.
Oh,
So you couldn't phone somebody on that network. You couldn't text them. You couldn't send them emails. You couldn't do Zoom calls. So
Wow.
people couldn't go to work because a lot of people work from home with all that technology, and it's like it was out, and there was no explanation, no word when it was going to be fixed. So it was kind of a quiet weekend. Where I work personally, we're not affected because we have multiple networks that we rely on.
Mm.
So that's not one of the networks that's basis core for our work. So we were okay, but some of the people, like their cell phones, they couldn't bring up the GPS to look where they are because the internet doesn't work. So if you go to do a delivery and you don't know where the address is, who's got an old map book in their truck anymore?
Right. Nobody.
Everybody uses the cell phone nowadays, and you just plug in the address and the GPS takes you there. Imagine a day without Google. What would that be like?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, back to WoW. I was in Vashir with my Valkyria, and my Valkyria was just having a great time swimming around on my subdued seahorse, and I noticed I wasn't going very fast. I thought, that's strange. I remember the Vashir seahorse goes so fast, and then my subdued seahorse only goes like 2 or 3 times the swimming speed.
Mm.
So I went and did the quest for the Vashir seahorse, and there's a small caption on the seahorse that says, swims 450% swim speed in Vashir. That's real fast.
Right.
So that's like a fast pitch from a baseball or something. So I did a lot of questing around Vashir, and I got the seahorse, and then I just used my Valkyria to farm a jar of ale because I was wanting the Marrow route from Aldraxis. So I had 2 accounts running on the same server, and it doesn't slow down my computer too badly because I don't have the high frame rate. So I just don't have the thing to watch Netflix on my other screen. I couldn't get into it this week. I watched a movie called Father Stew, and I was crying half the movie. So I was probably wasn't a very good one for my emotional state, but it was a really good
Sometimes you
movie.
need to, get it out.
Yeah, I needed to unload mentally, and like afterwards, I felt better. But it's just been a roller coaster this week, and WoW is just that very stable thing that and you like to go back to,
Right.
and I've been doing WoW since 2009, and it just gets better, a little bit better every year for me, and usually I don't have to sweat too much. I had somebody come back to the game and say, "Can you give me a guild invite?" So I invite them to the guild. I send them 3 bags of the 32 slot things, and I send them 5,000 gold. Okay. Another day later, he comes back with another character. He goes, "Can you invite me to the guild?"
Oh.
Okay. So I give him 3 more bags, and I give him another 5,000 gold. When you go to the auction house, it really sucks when you can't buy anything. You're like, you have 5 gold or whatever,
Right.
and the thing that you want is like 400 gold, and like, how long is it going to take to do dailies to buy that thing that you is send you all 5,000 gold? Don't worry about it. I still have only $47,000 for 47,000 gold on the other server. I was thinking of doing the dailies for the Covenant, the Wild Hunt, so I could at least have like 50,000, and then I decided not to, because all the rewards are like rep and little trinkets that don't do anything. So I'm like, I have better stuff anyway. If I come upon a better reward system, then I'm entitled to it. I'm entitled to go looking for it. But if it's just like reputation as a reward, it's like, it's not. It doesn't have the same appeal, because that's like a little drip feed or whatnot. And I'm looking for like the fire hose reward system where there's mounts and stuff that come pouring out of the system, and it's not what I'm getting right now. So I'm probably going to hold off a little bit on the Covenant rewards until the new expansion. I am going to buy the pets from the auction house, because that's what I do. I bought the Ruby Onyx Cloud Serpent. Somebody had it on the house for like 20,000 gold, and I thought, that's not bad for a mount. And
No.
it's on the black market auction house for 21,000. So I just bought it. I don't know, pretty happy with myself.
You deserve it.
Oh yeah, I don't have a lot of pets. Just 1,100 or something. 1,165 unique and 771 at max level. But I have cleared my list of leveling pets, so I have to turn more pets to blue and level them to rare and stuff, and that's probably going to take me a little while. Did I get a Tonk? I was going to get a Dark Moon Tonk at the fair, but I found one in my bags that I had bought previously. So I learned it again. I was like, well, I always have to have an extra around in case I want to donate one to somebody who starts leveling pets. Yeah, you never know when you're going to find somebody who wants to level pets.
Right, yeah.
So I had an extra one in my bags, and I learned it again, because I have 3 Dark Moon Tonks always. Two that I use for pet battle in Crossfire Ridge. Oh, and during the Midsummer Fires, I was in Dark Moon. I was flying around.
With the buff?
I was flying around the buff, and I saw the tents in Frostfire Ridge, and I thought, I'll just pee on the Horde fire. And I got the achievement, Extinguishing Draenor, desecrate the Horde bonfire in Frostfire Ridge.
Oh,
I guess there isn't one there before. So, I got an achievement for peeing on the fire. That was kind of cool. I didn't expect to have that. I would like to gather some more cookies in case there's like a big pet at the end of the season that costs like 5,000 cookies or something. I'm at I'm at 755,000 Apexis crystals from Warlords of Draenor. That means that the mount was 150,000. I have 5 times enough for that mount. So that's how many how many Apexis crystals I've collected. And I've sold hundreds and hundreds of pets, like the Skyfry pet and the Draining Microbot and the whatchamacallit, Son of Seth, like all those pets that require Apexis crystals. That's how I would get started selling pets in the different realms. I would get a couple silver going, and then I would list a pet for 400 gold. Then I would list a couple dozen pets for 2,000 gold and whatnot, and just usually start my my gold empire with the pets of Draenor. But nowadays it's slowed down a lot how many people buy those pets, because a lot of people have like 1,300 pets, so they have all the pets, so they don't need more of those pets. They just want the newer ones from Zereth Mortis and whatnot. Right. Zereth Mortis is supposed to be 20 some odd pets. I haven't gone yet. I just went twice, and I like some demon hunter just one shot me over and over, and I was like, I'm not ready. Right. Come back later. Maybe it's because I play a rogue, and if I played a druid, it wouldn't be as bad. Druid has survival instinct, like they knock you down to half your health, and you buff back to 3/4 of your health. So that's really handy when you get disconnected. It happens sometimes. I'm in Maldraxxus, 5 mobs attack me, and I get disconnected because the damage is like elastic or like a rubber band. I get bounced away with a lot of ping, and then I come back from being disconnected, and I have half my health left. So I have to fly away, and I get disconnected again. It's like, but it's I think it has to do with the lag from the outage this week with the provider that got shut down. I asked my wife, do you know what led to ultimately the mess up where we couldn't log on and have their thing work? And she goes, new software. I go, okay, so I won't update all my files on the computer for this week's show. That way I won't screw up the show with the updates. So that's what I did. Is I only did like the critical stuff, like the Zoom and whatnot, and I didn't update the rest of the software because I was like, I'll wait 2 weeks to do the updates, and that way we won't be without a computer to do the show. I don't have my Hearthstone set in Ouroboros for a lot of my characters. I still have my Hearthstone set for Dazara Lore, and then I go to the portal room in Orgrimmar, and then I travel back to Shadowlands. I think mostly because I play the older expansions, so I don't have the Covenants as a home base. So it hasn't clicked in yet. I just don't consider that my home. You know what I mean? I don't consider the graveyard and the place of dead people my home. I just want to live where the action is still everybody alive, and like I can't wait to have all my characters move their Hearthstone to somewhere else. It's just even when I go to Shadowlands, it's just like I quickly try to get out of there. I tried to do all my transmutes and like Bashir and all those places where I get more bang for my buck than the new stuff, which I don't know where it leads to. I have a lot of character. I think I have like 100 characters now.
Oh.
I have like 41 on my main account, and then I have another 30 on my second account, and then my fourth account has like 15 or so. So I'm approaching like 100 characters. If I quit one of my accounts, I'm not going to be able to bring all those characters across to another account. So
right.
I have to be very selective of what I choose to undertake as a new ventures and developing those characters, because it could all be lost if I decide not to play that account again. So pet battles are across all my accounts, so that's good. That's a worthwhile investment. But when you do professions tied to one server, and you're not able to port those to a different account, then like I thought last night to do farming in a lower population server, and it would have meant reactivating my second account. But I thought if I hold off on reactivating my second account a little bit longer, I can afford the new expansion. So I just like, what do? Do you sacrifice one night of fun, or do you sacrifice the expansions? Well, maybe hold off just a little bit longer, weigh the pros and cons a little bit longer, and do some more pet battles and whatnot. I just don't want to run out of stuff to do, so I don't try and push it either way. I still have a lot of stuff I could be doing in Legion, but like I never did what Granigus did, the level every class to have every artifact. I never did that. That was beyond my abilities, so I still have that if I want at some point, because when you get the artifact, you can transmog to it.
Right.
And I like Ashbringer. I like Ashbringer for the paladins. So I might. There's other artifacts I might want for the other classes I play. I just haven't decided yet. The skull for the demonology warlock is really good. I like it a lot. It talks to you when you do stuff. I like that a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing Alliance mostly or Horde mostly for next little bit. It's sort of a coin toss, because it depends what happens on the auction house. If the auction house is more active on Horde, then I play mostly there. If it's more active on Alliance, I play mostly there. I'm always trying to build a little bit more wealth, because I don't know what the gold sinks are going to be next expansion. I have my 2 million gold spider, so I don't need to buy it, but I'm still like a couple dozen mounts short of the 400 mount achievement. I think collection mounts.
So close.
I'm 23 mounts short.
Ooh.
There's some of my characters are engineers. They have closer to 400 mounts. Some of my characters are tailors, but I don't have a tailor engineer, which would really be the holy grail of mounts. So I don't have a tailor engineer for that. So, but you get the French Feltalon for that, and I don't really particularly like the color. Maybe I could do the Awake to Drake achievement, because you get 4 drakes out of there. I still don't have the Azure Drake, I don't have the Blazing Drake, and I don't have the Onyxian Drake, and then you get the Emerald Drake as a reward. So maybe I could park like 3 characters outside of Onyxia's lair and just kill her over and over until she drops her head. So maybe that's the thing I could do, because you have to clear up bag space for all the loot.
Yeah.
And then just hope the mount drops when you're killing her. I don't have the Azure Drake. Where does the Azure Drake drop? I got to look that up on Wowhead. Anyway, I never used to be a big mount collector until I got to 51, and then the Prishna, my horde hunter, got the achievement for 51 mounts. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I could collect these. So that was my 51st mount. As he got the albino drake, and he rides it all the time. I quite enjoy that mount. It looks really good on Blood Elf Hunter. I like my little garrison. It's got the things to upgrade my followers. Right now, it says I have 115 out of 244 followers. So that means another 2 years to recruit every possible follower. And I still have to get Luke. Luke's actually not that hard to get.
Right.
He's in Gore somewhere. You have to go up on the ledge, and after that, you have him, your follower. Oh, that's one of the things I wanted to say. Last week, I got a follower called Asheo.
Asheo?
Asheo. He's a Jinyu in my garrison, and he's called Clever Asheo. His ability is Detox and Spearhand Strike. So he does like a monk. He's a Prime Slayer, a Mountaineer, and a Naturalist. So he's a Mistweaver monk, and it's called Clever Asheo. And I leveled him to max. I equipped him with the best equipment. And when it came time to deactivate him, I didn't. I wanted to keep him, so I deactivated some other follower. And he's actually really good in a lot of stuff when I need to, like one of the complicated missions that I want the reward. One sec.
Oh, cool. I remember when they put him in the game, so that's great. Hello?
Yeah, it's really cool to have like somebody had such a good influence on Blizzard that they put their name in the game somewhere. So yeah, I guess I'll put a picture in the show notes. It looks really cool as a garrison follower. There we go, and I'll bring up paint and list him in the show notes. He looks. I really like him. I think Blizzard outdid themselves when they did the garrison, because they put so much stuff in there that's good for everybody to play with, and I don't think they planned it to be such an effective part of the game that everybody wanted to stay in their garrison. I think they thought it was going to be like a fad for a little while, but I like 3 expansions later, I'm still playing with my garrison. So, it's really nice.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll put them in the show notes. I don't have any great advice for the auction house other than if you want to buy stuff to make stuff, your time is running short for like the mats going super cheap.
Right.
So keep that in mind. The prices might fluctuate a lot in the next little bit. For me, I wasn't expecting the prices to change so much. So I'm making the best that I can out of it. But be prepared to lose a lot of gold once the prices stabilize across the region, because it's not going to be like it was before, I don't think. And that's pretty much been my week for WoW.
Excellent. Oh, excellent. Oh, how you doing? I get excited, I get giddy and love making mini alts. My dog is trying to poop for the Horde and for the Alliance. It was funny on my head.
Krillin, how was your week in gaming this week?
My weekend gaming has been very well. Me dinged 38 last week, and he did a lot of the Dark Moon Fair stuff. And
Yeah.
this week I brought out. I changed the name, and I'm so mad that I did this, but it's Aprillian, who used to be Relac, but she's my warrior. Right. And I actually took her I took her back to her garrison, which was funny because you were talking about garrisons, and we did a lot of stuff in the garrison. She still had a lot of quests to do to get the garrison set up. And I have to say, I'm very rusty in garrison, how garrison works. And for some reason, I don't know why, but she is a miner and a leather worker. Is that not too? Oh no, a blacksmith and a miner. Okay, that's not too bad. I thought she.
Yeah, that works.
Blacksmith and a miner. All right. So it's getting used to her, getting used to the warrior and the way the warrior fights.
Right.
And so I'm having fun with that. I'm doing very well in Final Fantasy 14. April PVD is level 17. Excuse me 1 second. I'm so sorry. She wants to get on my lap, and then when I go to reach for her, she backs away. So I have to.
She runs, yeah.
Well, she just moves. She just wants more room. Anyway, so that I'm enjoying Final Fantasy 14. Of course, what I've been spending most of my time with is in VR. I think I played some tennis. I found a game called First Person Tennis, and it just feels. The dynamics are really well, and I've been playing that. And of course, I've been playing Population 1. I had an incident happen because I have two headsets. It's one is the one I was using at work, and one is the one that I was using here. So I've been using basically the work one because it had a different kind of strap that was comfortable. And last night, a loud alarm went off, and it said, please turn off your headset now, it's too hot. That was kind of scary.
Oh no.
Yeah, I put a post up on Facebook about it, and somebody said my motherboard was destroyed. But I turned it off. Coincidentally, it happened when I was putting in my backup battery. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But, and then I put it in the refrigerator just as an extra precaution. Yeah, I tried it today and it's fine. So it's just kind of scary. But in the meantime, while it was resting, I was using my other headset, which was my home headset. And the exciting thing about both of these is, and I'll put a link in the show note, but Mark Zuckerberg came out with a new Meta announcement that we will no longer have to link our Oculus or Meta headsets with our Facebook account. There was a lot of controversy about that because if you got banned or some people had done fake Facebook accounts, and if you get locked out of your account, one of the things you have to do is send them an ID. And if you're fake, you're not going to be able to get in. And the reason this is important is because all your games are attached to your Facebook account. So if you get locked out of your Facebook account, you can't even make another Facebook account. You can't play your Oculus. Which is kind of weird to have something that's, that you invest your time and energy in tied to a social media account. So starting in next month, you'll be able to just have what's called a Meta account, and your Facebook account would be separate. I guess you only have to worry about it if you are, if you do a lot of bad things. I hate to make it sound like that. Some people innocently do get blocked or, locked out of their account. So, it'll be nice to have it separate. What else is going on? They brought back Team Deathmatch and War.
Yeah.
And I've been playing a lot of War. War is really neat because War is just 9 people against 9 people. And, of course, I think I've told you before that the way Population 1 works is it's almost like a Hunger Games. The zone shrinks, and depending on where you are in the zone, you're either going to be heading towards where the enemy is camped, or you're going to be camping in the zone. And that makes the battle go on faster because you all have to compete for the same amount of area. And that's just really exciting. I had one game last week, a couple of days ago, where both the last 2 players died simultaneously. And so we both won. It was first place for both teams because it was basically a tie, which I'd never seen that happen. And today I had a lot of fun. I ended up playing with a couple. Sometimes I do co-op battles where you go in and you actually play robots instead of other people, PvE versus PvP. And the bots have gotten really smart. They can climb now. When they first came out, they couldn't climb. They can snipe. They can duck, and they do something that reminded me of mobs in World of Warcraft. Is when they get low, they'll start to run away, and that never happened before. So it's kind of neat that the bots themselves are evolving, and also I got some more compliments on my white suit. I have not seen somebody else. No, I've seen only one person else with it. I think the white suit is what you buy with coins, that every day you have an option of picking up 25 coins from your friends, but they have to click on the button and give it to you. And if you don't have 25 friends, then you won't get, you'll get whatever your friends give you every day up to 25. And the white suit money bags was 10,000 of these coins. So that was a lot of clicking, and I'll pop into a lobby right before a game, and someone will come up to me and say, "Oh, I love your skin. Oh, how did you get it?" I said, "It was just a whole lot of clicking. Click, 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 click." And I did it. I'm getting a lot better. I'm getting more kills. A couple of times in War, we won because I would pull back and occupy zone, and then I would pinpoint to people where the other players were, where the other team was coming into our area, and they would go and attack. Well, the interesting thing about that is, even though I'm doing some work, I don't get any kills. So at the end of each match, the determining worth is how many kills you get. And so, but even though I wasn't in the thick of it, I was still, I was giving information. So, yeah. So it's interesting with that dynamic. When you look at it and you go, usually at the end I'll say, "Oh, I didn't do anything." And someone else will say, "Well, you did point out, you pinpointed," or they'll say, "You provided moral support." And,
right.
Well, sometimes I like to say I give comedic relief. So that's been great. I've been putting up some of the. I put up the video from when both teams died simultaneously. That was really interesting. Because usually what happens is one team gets confetti, gets the win and they get number 1, and then the other team gets 2, second place, and you get a picture of the person who killed you. Well, in this case, all we both got was 1, although I think the other team did get the confetti, but we didn't. So it's up on my YouTube channel. It's really good. I mean, it's really fun and interesting to watch. And I've had a good week. That's been my week.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Did you get any skins during the week?
Well, I actually did. They did come out with a couple of new skins. They came out with one skin with a chick who's totally covered. Her arms are totally covered in tattoos. I'll put a screenshot in the show notes. And but I'm still wearing my white suit because it gives me a lot of people comment on stuff.
Satisfaction.
Yeah, it's. Unlike World of Warcraft, the suits do not do anything extra. They don't give you any extra protection. They don't give you anything extra. It's just something to look at. Although I wish they had a mirror. Yeah, so, yeah. And I'm having fun either way. Oh, I did want to say one other thing. My shoulder is starting to feel better. I have
awesome.
Wednesday I have a physical therapy, so... It's kind of cool, and I'm kind of excited about that. And again, if you want to play virtual reality, let me know. It's really a lot of fun. And that's been my week.
Good week.
Hello, everybody. Kyle here. Mash that thing. Yep, that's dead. Yay, whoop, and then just keep going. Not a boring cake in the walk anymore. Awesome, amazing. Talk to you again next week. Take care. Bye.
So we have a Kyle this week. How exciting. Kyle says, hello, everyone. Sorry for the extended break, but it was sorely needed after this school year. I have a quick audio update and a blast from the past. Enjoy, Kyle. Oh, how exciting, Kyle. And yes, we understand, sometimes you just need that break, and especially with what you do with the kids and stuff. So let's listen to Kyle's week.
Hello, Control While Kyle here. Sorry that it has been so long. I have excuses, and I'm going to give them to you. The last month of school has just been, God, I'm looking back on it, and I don't know how I made it through. It was just so dang busy, so much going on. I don't know how I made it through, but I did. And then after school went out, I had some graduation parties to go to, and then I just got lazy. So incredibly lazy. I didn't want to do anything, or I had to decompress and recover. So, yeah, that's my excuse for why I haven't done anything in a while. During the past couple months, in my free time, I've been one of my goals I wanted to do this summer was rewatch all of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and I've been making very great progress through that. I'm currently starting season 6, and I've just forgotten how good of a show that is. Such a great show. Then I've just been doing a lot of gaming. Final Fantasy XIV. My main job, a white mage, is at level 76. I'm still starting the Shadowbringer storylines. I think I finished the level 72 quest lines and beginning level 73 quest lines. I have a dancer and a scholar that are each at 74. I've been working at leveling up my Dark Knight by doing the beast dailies. So the Blue Kojin and the Anaconda have been very, very friendly to me and giving me a lot of good quests, and I find that the beast quests have decent experience for the time invested. So as I'm doing those, and I'm going around doing a couple fates as well, I've been doing a lot of gold saucer stuff because that's just a lot of fun. I love the gold saucer. I finally saved up enough to buy the Cac Tower mount, the most expensive mount I think there is, using the gold saucer points, and trying to figure out what I want to save for to buy next. I've also been doing a lot of the Hildebrand side quests, leveling up other alts. I've just been doing a lot of odds ends in Final Fantasy XIV. There's so much content there. It's overwhelming at times. When I'm not doing Final Fantasy XIV, I'm playing Phasmophobia with a couple friends 2-3 times a week. Phasmophobia is a kind of like a ghost hunting game. You're trying to identify which ghost is present in the house, and different ghosts interact with different tools, and if your sanity gets too low, then the ghost could start hunting you, and if the ghost catches you, it kills you, and it is incredibly scary, but so much fun. Love that. I've also got back into City Skylines, so, trying to deal with traffic problems there. The Steam sale just ended, so I got a whole bunch of the games there that I'm just kind of playing around, and I've basically just spending the past month of summer vacation just resting, relaxing, Deep Space Nine, and a lot of video games. So that's my quick update. Hope you all have been continuing to do well. I've been hearing good things on the podcast, and apologies again for taking the much-needed break, but it just felt good to take that break. Until next time, bye.
Oh, wow. We understand completely that you needed to take a break and unwind, and we're so proud of you and all that you've accomplished. Deep Space Nine is also my favorite Star Trek, and it's funny that you bring it up because this is going to be a little bit long, but I listened to another podcast called Cabot Cove Confidential. I think that's the one. And it's about Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Cabot Coverage. And there's an episode where Tony Todd is on there. Do you know who Tony Todd is?
Nope.
Okay. Well, he played Worf's brother in a couple of Deep Space Nine.
Oh, yeah.
And have you seen Deep Space Nine?
Oh, yeah. I've watched the whole series.
Do you remember the one where Jake, where Cisco dies in an accident or gets lost in an accident, and he keeps boomeranging through time?
Yeah. Further and further away, and then
right.
at the end, he boomerangs all the way back.
Tony Todd is the grown-up Jake.
Oh, yeah.
And he was so good in that when he was talking about not having his father growing up, and just the whole thing that he was, what he was planning. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it was just so wonderful to see all these people appreciate, all these women appreciate this particular actor. He was also Candyman, but I've never seen. It's a horror movie.
I've seen part of it. It's rough to watch.
Yeah. I'm not really big into horror. So
he's also in one of the Final Destinations, and
he is.
He's truly scary in that.
Yes, he's in some. But in Murder, She Wrote, he plays a cop. No, a CIA agent or something. So, anyways, that was kind of neat, and I understand, Kyle, you're wanting to watch Deep Space Nine. Actually, you made me want to do it, and also I wouldn't mind doing a Deep Space Nine podcast. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be awesome.
Yes. All right. So thank you, Kyle, and I'm glad you're enjoying Final Fantasy 14. You're making me feel like a slacker because I'm only at level 17. And it's good to hear from you. Let us know if you want to join us on the cast. We'd love to have another person and have you live on the show. In the meantime, we're going to listen to Kyle's Blast from the Past from episode 448. Today is Saturday, November 21st, 2015, and this is episode 448 entitled, Will a Real Van Cleef Please Stand Up? Please stand up. Please stand. I'm sorry. I'm Aprillian, your host, and with me are my 4 awesome co-hosts. Good morning, Lita. How are you?
Good evening. I'm good. I'm awake. Everything's good. Life
Excellent.
keeps.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah, good morning for us and evening for you. And
That's right. I've got the air
Slayer.
conditioning on.
The air conditioning? Oh, you're just like you're on the other side of the world or something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just turned the heat off. And Rogue Slayer, how are you?
I am awesome this fine day. Thank you for asking. Oh, and my little cat says hello.
Hello, little cat. Is it Starbuck or?
It is Starbuck. She's my little cat.
Oh, okay. And Krishna, how are you?
I am awake barely.
Oh, suck it up. We're all barely awake. You see us complaining on recording. No.
No. And Tidra, how are you today?
I am here. How are you?
You look very lovely. Is that a new blouse?
No, it is one of my favorite though.
I was going to say, I've actually seen that one before, and it is
Yeah, in
lovely.
pictures, yes.
Very pretty.
All right. And so the title of the show is from the 11th anniversary package. Happy anniversary, Blizzard. Or
Happy anniversary, wow.
Happy anniversary, wow. 11 years.
Wow.
And that's a long time. Especially for a game.
I just thought of the title.
What's the title?
It goes to 11.
It goes to 11. Excellent.
Just a little bit late on the idea front. More caffeine.
More caffeine. So, what did we get in our package? We got
XP boost.
Right.
And Tidra is miffed about this.
I'll tell you what we didn't get, a pet.
But we got a Van Cleef outfit.
Yeah.
Now,
50 charges.
A Jagundo sword.
Now, Stone's not in the audience, is he?
No, Stone's asleep because somebody's got another podcast to do later.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, can Challenge Tunes put on the Van Cleef outfit?
Yeah.
It's purple, though.
I mean, there's not a
Oh,
purple
that's
there. It's just
true.
kind of a...
But you're right. It's purple, but it's not a purple gear. Like I think if you look at your gear, you're not wearing the purple gear.
Okay, it's just
Here, I'm
like,
wearing it right now on this tune.
Well, wait a minute. This opens up a whole new can of worms. What about that green bow that you can buy in Undercity that doesn't give you any stamina
But
or
you're
any tips
wearing
of buffs?
it.
Oh,
But you are wearing that.
It does go in a slot.
Damn.
So this is
I'm looking at my tune now. Who has the costume, and she's not changed. Her gear isn't changed. But why don't you send an email to Stone and we'll cover it on the podcast.
Right. Maybe we'll do that. So, but it's more akin to like the wand, or no, you have to be in a party. But it's more akin.
Asylum says it is okay for the costume.
Okay. All right. So it's more akin.
And Asylum knows him.
It's more akin to when you go to the inn during Halloween and you get changed into something, rather than
Yeah, because the tune the challenge tunes can all take the candy bucket stuff, and they have a chance of being costumed.
Okay, so on wowchallenges.com, I'm just having a look, and yes, Stone did put up a little post about the WoW 11th anniversary goodies. So I quickly just say the inflatable Thunder Fury is okay to use. All it does is grant an achievement. There's no other benefits. The Van Cleef costume, it's cosmetic, so he says that's fine. The wands are cosmetic, so they're fine.
I keep forgetting that on this tune I don't get dismounted when I'm herbing, and I keep trying to remount, which then dismounts me. Oh, and I just did it again.
That's hysterical.
Nice.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Now, Squirt Day, as Jeppy would affectionately call it, is where Jeppy would spend hours upon hours, because it is one of the garrison ones that you will actually get XP for. Not only that, but Squirt Day happened to coincide with the last day.
Are you saying SQ?
Bonus.
Yes.
IR?
Yes, it's a little pet named Squirt.
Yes, the girl's called Squirt, and she has 3 pets. And yes, so I don't ask me. Obviously, Jeremy Fiesel has got a 6th sense of humor. But so I thought with Squirt Day being there, and it was the last day of the pet bonus week, I went, I'm going to spend 2.5 hours doing some pet battles. So I did, and I took my maximum level 25 pets from 259 level 25s to 310 in 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. And all I did, Jeffy would be so proud because all I did was like, as soon as I finished, I'd heal and go again. And I was like a machine. I was like, do it again. Poo, poo, poo. Yep. So that was a really good one. So if you want to level pets up in your garrison, you look at your pet menagerie and you see if there is a little girl there called Squirt, and she will have 3 pets. One of them will be basically Diablo. I can't remember the names. Deebs, I think it's called. The other one will be Tyrael. And the last one is called, I think it's Puddles. And
of course.
If you put in,
Squirt Day.
in 2 level 25s and have one, your 3rd pet, as a level, I think I was taking from level 20 with both pet buffs from 20 to 25, done. Just in that one pet battle. So you could, you can level very quickly, which was a lot of fun. So I'm happy with that. I thought I did quite well, and that's my little tribute also to Jeppy. So Jeppy, I hope you get better and come back because Squirt misses you.
Wow.
I know. Sounds a bit weird.
To steal a line from Guardians of the Galaxy. Is this Squirt Day or a Jackson Pollock painting?
Nice. Okay.
Thank you. That was awesome. That deserves a separate section of its own.
Oh, that was funny.
Lita, I think I was chatting with you when 1.1 died.
Yeah.
I actually had taken her out of the Death Scar and ran her up a path toward Tranquilin and thought she was safe. And I don't remember because there were 2 deaths involved in that time period. There was a spaghetti death and there was a coffee death. And I don't remember which one this was, so I'll just describe both briefly. I literally thought I was in a safe place, got up to make a cup of coffee, came back. I mean, how long does it take to make a cup of coffee? I mean, the coffee's already made. I'm just taking it out of the machine, adding some sugar and cream. I come back to find a dead tune. It was very sad. And there was a spaghetti death. I was making a plate of spaghetti, and again, things had already been on the stove. Things were already warmed up. I was just plating. And I grab a plate of spaghetti. I come back, and another tune had gotten.
See, that's the good thing about playing on a notebook is that when I have to go to the kitchen, the notebook comes with me.
Well, I had gotten into the habit of logging out. I don't know what happened with those two. Just a lapse of judgment. You can't afford to make. I was telling Prillian I'm going to come up with Vrishna's Iron Man rules because I think that I have broken so many Iron Man rules and have the deaths to prove it. I should be able to show people exactly what not to do.
Right? Yeah, I already had my list of rules. You can add to them.
There you go. It'll be an addendum.
And then I went to find out what else she could do, and it's a Draenor, it's a Pandaria place, and she doesn't have the flight path. She has to go all the way out to some guy in Vale of Eternal, but not at Twin Moons, somewhere on the other side. She can't fly in Pandaria, which is kind of silly. I mean, do I want to go back and pay for her to fly just so she can go over there? She's alone because she has no money, although there is this place she goes sometimes and takes money out of.
The Guild Bank.
I shouldn't say. There's a few gold in there, and it's just sitting there.
Just
and
not even collecting interest.
No,
Yeah.
nobody even noticed. But I don't take that much out of there because I'm not jumping. Anyway. Okay, but she hadn't gone all the way out. What is that called? With a ghost star. Do you remember that? It's all the way over to the left in Ghostlands, as far as you go. So you have to go past the spiders.
Golden Mist Village?
Yes, Golden Mist Village. It was green.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy one. I wasn't even going to do it. But I get out there, and Vrishna needed something. We were actually playing here. Vrishna needed something. So I moved her over to a field by the bridge, but I thought there weren't any.
Oh, that's right. It was my fault.
It was your fault. And if you look in the screenshot, Knuckleroot got me. I wasn't far enough away from that bridge when he did his pathing, and he took me out, and I'm laying there dead. And I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to drive Vrishna crazy, which I do it very well. So Vrishna has his way of doing things, which is selling stuff, giving the bags to another toon, all that stuff. She's got like 25 gold. She's got the Dark Moon Fair bag. She's got some stuff on her that could go in the auction house. I did mail the bag, the Dark Moon Fair bag. I mailed it to somebody, and then
Only after urging.
Right, and then I just go into the screen, I know she had a couple of she had Wapeltingers on her because she had gotten one from the Brewfest, and she had one, but I couldn't sell it or do anything, and I had already learned. Actually, I'd already learned 4 Wapeltingers, and I just didn't want to delete that, so I logged on to April Iron 2. To I guess to put some Wapeltingers in her bag, and and I was getting ready to say, "Oh, look, I'm deleting," and I went to delete, and a little thing popped up and says, "You have heirlooms or something in your bag or bank." I was like, "How can that be possible?" I got rid of all of April Iron War's stuff. I got all of the Van Cleave stuff. I got rid of all the... I was deleting the wrong toon. Yeah, that'll show me. That'll show Vrishna. So, thank God, or the Horde, or whatever, Father Christmas, that I had Van Cleve's stuff in my bag because I didn't delete April Iron 2. Oh. That would have been horrible. I know.
Oh, and by the way, don't tell anybody, but I have like a thing for Ian Hazacostas. I have a bit of a little crush on him. Okay, well, not really a crush, but... Well, yeah, it's a crush. I don't know why, but he's like my favorite WoW dev. Like, I don't know. He's just like, he's very charismatic. I will say that. But, yeah, that's just between us, okay? So, like, don't like say anything to anybody else, okay? 'Cause, like, Yeah, that'd be weird. Okay. Sorry. Anyways, well, I have rambled on quite enough, actually. So, have a great show, and I will talk to you guys, well, gals and guy later. Okay? Bye.
Thank you, Disney girl, Kristen.
That was awesome.
That was
great.
Awesome. Yeah. I love
And
your
we won't
voice.
tell anyone.
No.
We won't tell anyone.
It's a secret. And
At
everybody
all.
listening, don't tell anyone.
Not even LeGrayson. Just, yeah, we won't tell him at all.
Oh, thank you, Kyle. That was wonderful. The whole squirt puddles things. It's so bizarre. But thank you for sharing this clip. It was so good to hear Varishna. It was so good to hear all the things we used to do and stuff. And he loved his Iron Man, even though
1.1. Yeah, the spaghetti and coffee death.
Coffee
My
death,
goodness. Yeah.
and that whole controversy on what you could do with Iron Man and what you can't do is really important.
Yeah.
Even now, if you go to wildchallenges.com, you'll find all the stuff about what to do and what not to do with your Iron Man. So thank you, Kyle. It was good to hear that. It's good to hear about your week as well. So thanks. I want to give a shout out to Grand Negus. Sorry you couldn't make it. We look forward to hearing about your weeks next week. And thank you, chat room.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out with us. And I guess that's it. This is Aprillian for the Horde.
This is Constrax for the Reigns of Poseidus in this year.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye, chat room.
Bye, chat room. Thanks for hanging out with us.